Hey guys, how's it going? Matt from Foulball Productions here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing phenomenally. Thank you so very much. This is the Culture Crime Fighters, where we fight culture crimes and we get all pissed off about stupid Star Wars and dumb Kathleen Kennedy. You know, everyone's ruining everything. It sucks. We also like to hang out and have a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun with all you wacky people. And joining me, as always, is my partner in culture crime fighting,
Vigilante wins here on the 40th, yes, 40th episode of the Culture Crime Fighters. I'm happy to be here. I was feeling a little dead just from life, from culture. For some reason, that intro, I just started to get fucking Ultimate Warrior hype. Just like, yeah.
That's right. Got pumped up.
Yeah, shooting all those idiots with the Death Star laser. The thought of exploding them all, it's just like, yeah,
get rid of them all. Mass murder, right? I'm with you.
yeah. Yeah, celebrity genocide. That is a joke.
That is just we're not doctors. Wait, is that the wrong disclaimer? I never know.
Well, yeah, we're not doctors. We're not capable of mass celeb genocide. We don't want to kill any celebrities. It's literally a joke.
No,
you know what? We do have to explain that, right? Because, like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, in this crazy world, you would think a joke is obvious, but you never know, right?
Because they could
just these right wing extremists plotting to murder celebrities with a laser beam. It's like, what?
I don't know. I don't even feel like we're that relevant. That's why I find it so odd that I feel suppressed by YouTube. I'm like, why? We're not like impacting the culture. Yeah. Well, let's say what's up to the chat. Hail, chat. We got Rough Girls here. Brightest Day. Man of War 665. Neighbor of the Beast. Hail. First super chatter ever. You never forget your first. No. Cosmic Fusion. Pat S. Keely Chow. Stream Elements bot is running. Thank you, Stream Elements bot.
Yeah. Running from Cincha Dildo, unfortunately. That's
right. He's not here. He's not here right now. I don't know. Well, he was here last night when I was doing my Expanse stream, so maybe he's just taking a nap. Zax is here. Keely Chow. Daniela Lefebvre is here. She's going to be on the the Cocktail Lounge on Friday. No, this is the Cocktail Lounge on Friday, where we're going to humiliate me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, you've been promoting that all week. I was about to say, because I've been, in the chat of your Expanse streams, and even as someone who's not watched the Expanse, they've been pretty fun.
Thank you.
Because it's pretty fun, pretty informative. On top of it, you've been promoting this prostitute video. Is that the best way to put it?
Well, I mean, it makes it sound like I was an actual prostitute and then made a video about it. That's not the case.
I mean, you could argue that's what acting kind of
is. Well, I mean, we've seen some of my other work, right? It definitely holds myself out.
Yeah,
for sure. So yeah, this is a short student film that I did back in New York for the School of Visual Arts. And the plot is there's this girl who's like an adult virgin, and wants to get a prostitute to kind of alleviate the situation. And I'm the man for the job.
Incredibly unrealistic. Like, what woman is an adult virgin? And like,
there was a girl that I knew actually in New York who was an adult virgin. She was like in her late 20s.
Really?
Yeah, she was religious. She was religious.
Okay. I guess that's plausible.
Yeah, no, and she was waiting for marriage, and then it's like, I think it kind of started to dawn on her that that's a little unrealistic or just sort of antiquated, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely if you're going to live in New York City. Right?
I mean, living in New York City is kind of like, but I can see, you know what? Good on her for trying. And then you're just like, oh shit, I'm like 28.
Yes. I find that stuff. I mean, I understand it, from a certain point of view. But like, unless you're still living in that small town you're from, or this is like the 1880s, it's like, it's not really the nature of the world anymore. Like, I'm not judging you, but
I think
I
it's one
think
of
you're
those things. You start down a path, and then you're like, "Shit, I waited like half a decade too late." You know what I mean?
yeah.
You just start down a path, and don't before you look up, it's like, "Shit, I'm like damn near 30. What the fuck happened?"
Mm-hmm. I think
Because I
she's kind of
can't imagine. And then it's like, well, you've already started this momentum
yeah.
towards a certain direction, and then you find. So I guess it's plausible from that. Like you said, and then you brought up the religious thing. Like, yeah, I guess that's plausible.
Yeah, no, it's plausible. It just at some point you're kind of now I think you're being stubborn,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you're kind of being a little bit like, "No, I'm not going to." And it's like, "Okay, I mean, but it's not working out."
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not telling you to give up your virtue or anything. I'm just saying it's like, are you happy?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she wanted me to be her first,
Ah.
and I declined.
See, that's another thing. Once you're like honest, then you're like, who wants that? You know,
Yeah, I was like, I don't need that.
I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not
Well, and I just felt I'm like, look, that
18,
it is a
19.
big deal actually, and like
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy, you know what I mean? Then I'm gonna feel this sort of like obligation, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that with you. All due respect.
That pressure.
Yeah, she was a cool chick. She was actually a really interesting artist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember her name because this was kind of a while ago, but it
Yeah.
was like she did these installations with umbrellas, and they were really it was great art. It was really
Mm-hmm.
impressive. Probably shouldn't say much more about her than that. But
Yeah. They don't want you to get doxxed or dox
yeah.
her. But like, what if she got shitty after she lost her virginity? Like, if that was like part of her art.
I
Like
don't,
that was like the
I just
thing.
didn't want to go there. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
really want to. This doesn't feel like a good thing for me to get involved in.
Yeah.
She was a sweet girl,
Unless
though.
you like really like her,
Right.
and you're like, then it's like, oh, you know what? I really like her. Fuck it, I'll take the risk.
Right. But no.
Yeah.
And it's like a responsibility, too.
Yeah.
You can't just like casually take a chick's like virginity.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have any V cards in your past there, Vigilante Williamson?
You know what? All of the women I've been with have been thought, so no, I've never had to this pressure. There have been thought bags. So it's like this has never come up ever.
I have 2.
Look at you.
Well, one was
You know
in
what?
high school.
In olden times, they would still be your wife. The 2 wives out there.
Or my dad would have to pay his dad like a bunch of goats
Yeah.
for her dad. His dad. I just said his dad. Oh Jesus.
Oh Jesus. Oh, shit.
God.
Cosmic Fusion is
Gonna
here.
clip that out.
And it's clipped. Beat
that. So I was too excited with my goat joke.
There you go.
I had to get it right.
His dad, yeah, Danielle
Yep.
got that.
She heard it. Yeah.
There we go. Well, you all heard it. It's okay. We don't judge here on the Culture Crime Fighters. No judgment.
No, all are welcome.
None.
Even closeted homosexuals.
There you go. Especially closeted homosexuals.
Especially. Now, then there was one girl in college too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a little, I mean, I was drunk, but like she wasn't. So it wasn't like anything like that. And I tried the next day. I was like, hey, you know, I was like, played the nice guy to a T. And I meant it because I was like, I know it's kind of a big deal. And I don't think she had much fun. You know, I think she's probably like, is it supposed to hurt the whole time? Is it supposed to be so miserable?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But I was always super cool to her afterwards, and she just never. I was like, "Hey, I'm over here if you want to talk," and she never took me up on it. And I was like, "Okay, sorry."
There you go.
Yeah. So that's the only 2 I think. I think that's it.
All right. Well, there you go.
There we go. That's how we're starting off today's show.
That's exactly how to start off today's show.
Yeah.
Exactly. Start off.
Hail Jake D. Need some
you.
lamp recommendations. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Well, in normal times, I would just say they got those little like lights you can just like clip, like just hit the little button on, and so they're more efficient than lamps. But I mean,
I think he's making a joke about me.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing as well. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I didn't really want to give actual recommendations.
Did you see Wake Down's fucking trailer?
Wait, hey, don't dead name. You can't dead name him.
Sorry.
And honestly, I do the same fucking thing. It's fucking impossible. because it's like I've known this person for like a year, and it's
I
like
know. As one, yeah.
yeah.
It's like when I meet some of these guys in public, they're like, "Call me Jeff." I'm like, I'm definitely not doing that. Like, I'm calling you by your avatar. That's your
Your
name.
snorter poop is Jeff.
Yeah, yeah. Just shut up. Where is Snorted Poop? I haven't seen him around.
I haven't seen him either, actually. Like I feel like a few weeks ago I saw him, and then I haven't seen him before that in a while.
I haven't seen our
Still good.
benefactor around either. Haven't seen Ogre Squasher in a while.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Hope he's
I
okay.
haven't either because I've even emailed him. I'm like, man, I hope he's good. I hope he's good, man. As much as he supports the show this year, it's just like, yeah, I just hope he's okay. And
I'm sure he's fine.
there is no wake down. There is no smoke.
There is no wake down. I hope he doesn't feel like he has to shell out money.
No, just show up and just say, hey, just wait.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We love him. We love him.
So
Finance this operation for a while.
see, Cosmic Fusion's trying to conjure a snorter poopus in the wild. That'd be nice if he shows up.
Yeah. Give a little Snorted Poopus call.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, do you have any plans for? Oh yeah, guys. So we're not. I don't know. We were talking off air. Like neither one of us really has like the gumption to get all upset about anything today, and like rally off. So this could be kind of an atypical show where we just sort of hang and talk. Because unless there's a topic you guys especially want to talk about, feel free to suggest it in the chat. We might go in that direction. But I was like, I'm just so tired of all of it, and like I don't even mean in a way where I'm like. I'm tired of them wokeifying it. I'm just tired of even thinking about any of it. It's just exhausting, you know.
Man, and you know what? Just to kind of add that, and I love Bounty, but I'm just looking at these headlines. I'm like, oh.
That's how I look. I'm like, nothing there for
Faye
me.
Valentine's bisexual, great. DC Comics is promoting the Coof shot, dope.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like I don't like great.
I got nothing. I'm like, okay. Cool.
The Matrix Resurrections, they're going to subvert the rules of blockbusters. Good luck, guys. It's like, I don't know how to even care.
There was one that I wanted to talk about. Not that I wanted to talk about it, but I just wanted to give a little fucking shine on.
Yeah.
Because Bounding into Comics made an article about the Wheel of Time show, which I guess sucks dick. I don't know. But Lady Gravemaster got a shout out in it, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
She shreds the Amazon Wheels of Time and kind of lists what everything is wrong about this book adaptation. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I've like heard of it just because it's been one of the things, but I'm not really familiar with the Wheel of Time as far as this lore or anything. And actually, Bryce Day, we did kind of talk about some things that we're thankful for. It's Thanksgiving. It's good to be thankful.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving.
Thankful for you guys. It's like genuinely, like you guys show up pretty much every week. And thank you for this is 40 episodes. Thank you for keeping the show going.
Yeah. And I'm thankful for my partner Vigilante Williamson.
Yeah, man. I'm thankful for you too, bro. Seriously, I don't know what would have happened because this is kind of your idea. I'm like, I don't know what would happen if you didn't suggest this, man. It's super.
I think
dope.
it was inevitable. I think it was written in the stars, my friend.
There you go. Maybe it was.
I think it was. And I'm also thankful for the Islington girl, Hale, for a Canadian 99-cent super sticker. It's the face that goes, duh. And with that.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy!
Thank you
I
very
like
much.
that.
Thank you very much.
I realized that I have not been doing this my entire time on YouTube since you started doing these things. I'm like, I should have been doing this. No wonder.
That's exactly my thought, and it's because Nick has it.
Because
I was on. Man. Yeah, we were doing Toxic Tuesdays last week. We did Tombstone, which was really fun. And every time he got a super chat, he did that moment in Endgame where Thanos knocks out Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. And I was like, I love this. I got to do something like that. So, so I clipped out a few different moments from some of my favorite movies.
Dope.
I thought that was pretty fun. So if you guys want to see more, send in more super chats because they're
you
fun. You know how it is. Rough Girl sent me one last night. Thank you, Rough Girl.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah. But, way to go. A little shine for Lady Gravemaster. Maybe you guys go give her video a little look. It's called Amazon's Wheel of Time Has a Broken Axle, which I thought was a clever title. Why can't I share it? I just want the... Just want the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you guys can watch it if you want.
Yeah.
Video's doing pretty well. 1,800 views, which is solid.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Hey,
this is
you guys
Lady
help
G's,
get her past 2K.
Yeah, maybe just give her a sub. She's got holy shit. She's got 2,500 subs.
Wow.
Damn, Lady G. Good for her.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. I didn't know she's had a channel for this long.
I kind of did because I remember like she started the channel when she was still like a producer,
Yeah.
and I'm subbed to it, I believe, or I
Huh.
was, who knows. So I've seen like certain content and like certain people she's had on streams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is her most successful video. Oh, no, she had one about cuties that's got about 4.7 thousand. Oh, wow. One that's got about 5,000. One that's got about 6,500. So that's pretty good. Those are some pretty solid videos. Good for you, Lady G.
Yeah. Sucks that Wheel of Time sucks. And as I think an Instant Girl said, I could just see by that picture that everything's wrong. So it's not what you want. But again, it's starting to become exhausting. It's like if it's new, if it's created by modern, the modern era of entertainment, it is bad. There's no like, there's rare exceptions because nobody's perfect. So even if you're trying to ruin everything, you'll fuck that up and accidentally make something good.
Mhm.
Outside of that, that's just what we have. They've beaten me into not submission, but into apathy. It's like, all
Just
right,
beating me out. I'm like, all right, I'm out.
yeah.
Like, I was talking about it last night. I watched like Pitch Meeting, which this guy's really funny. Ryan George. He's on Screen Rant's YouTube channel.
That.
It's the only funny thing on that entire platform, even though it's got like 5 million subs or something. But he's funny. I refuse to sub because it's a shill site. But I watch everything he does, and I was watching his like Red Notice video. And I was like halfway through, and I'm like, I don't even. Yeah, it sucks. Click. Of course, it sucks. It comes out in Hollywood. It sucks. So that's automatic. It's assumed. And I didn't even get any. I didn't even get any pleasure in like his jokes. I was like, yeah, I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah. It's hard to care. It really is. It really is.
Yeah. Hard to get invested. Daniela says it's tiresome and the writing is awful. I keep trying new Netflix content and it's damn near unwatchable. Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Apathy.
I wouldn't default to any new Netflix stuff, even though I heard the that Arcane show.
Yes.
Like people keep talking about that. So I'm like, all right,
I'm probably gonna give that a shot. I think I'm gonna try it eventually.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only way I am with me. It has to be approved. There's no like jumping in head for like I'll jump in head first with something that I know, like I've heard enough people talk about.
Yeah,
but there's no like taking the chance and taking the plunge because it's like I don't want to waste my time with like complete useless garbage.
And I honestly, I don't know if I'm being unreasonable, but like, I just find myself completely turned off by everything Hollywood makes. Not even if it's bad, just because of what's behind it. You know, like, and they're just complete resentment of anything that isn't them. And like, they're just sort of elitism. And they're like, they can't even entertain the idea that someone thinks differently than them or has a different stance on a political point of view. And like, I just find it so off-putting where I'm like, I don't even actually care if I like it. I don't even want to like it. I don't want to spend any time with you.
Yeah, it's not an enjoyable experience. Anytime with any entertainment, you take people out of what you're watching or what you're enjoying, it's hard to get back into it. The contempt from common people is real for Hollywood. It's very real.
It's very real.
That's why the fucking Oscars, which 5 or 6 years ago got 40 million, got 9 or less this past year. I saw.
Did you know the Emmys was the other day?
No, not at all. I had no
Sunday.
clue.
No clue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Word Sunday?
I think it was this past Sunday. I think it was like the other day.
Jeez.
Right? Am I going crazy? I think it was just happened.
Man, if that's the case, that's insane. I didn't know at all. I didn't even think about the Emmys. I didn't think about when the Emmys were.
International Emmys. Maybe that's not the Emmys. Emmys. International Emmys. Is that different? Oh, okay. So maybe it's different.
I don't know when the actual Emmys were though. I don't know when they were. So if it wasn't done, yeah.
I honestly don't know. I don't care.
CMA was Sunday. I didn't know
I
that either. I didn't know. I don't know what any of these award shows are. I don't care anymore. No one. There's no like.
There's no
There's
interest.
yeah.
I couldn't care less. It's the most mind numbing thing. Like even I watch this podcast called Bad Friends with Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, and they're both really funny, and I like them a lot. But still, like I just kind of do. Like sometimes I just sort of get a little just because I remember hearing Bobby say like some people are Trump supporters, and like what do I do with that? And it's like, what do you mean? Like what do you do with that? Like you can't fathom that someone has a different political point of view, and you can't look at them as not evil. I just don't want to be inside your brain if that's how you think, man.
Yeah, because honestly, in real life, politics. I'm not saying they never come up. They do, but not nearly to the clip that they do in media or in entertainment.
And
Or
like you
it's
can
like,
disagree, but the fact that you have no respect for someone else who thinks differently than you is just like, ugh.
yeah, yeah, that's crazy. But to kind of, I don't want to say in his defense, but I mean, the media push so hard a certain narrative, and there's reasons why I think it is. I mean, see, everything's divisive nowadays, and that's kind of standard. But they push so hard in this narrative of dehumanizing people and dehumanizing him in particular, that like everybody on Earth, or not on Earth, but everybody who really got hardcore worked by that demonization, by that narrative, they're just like the fact that they now have to live amongst these people, and they didn't even know they almost think that they're in They Live with us. You know what I mean? Oh my God, this person might be an
Yeah.
alt-right sympathizer, and it's
Yeah.
just like that because they've been now. Anyone who thinks differently from them has been demonized to them so much that they're just like, they have their antennas up like, oh my God, this person might, disagree with me. Holy shit, what do I do with that?
And it's just, I'm just like, I'm not interested. Like if you can't mentally rise above it, I don't want to listen to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't. It's not to be like, it's not to be a reverse elitist. It's just, I'm just not interested. I just don't want to hear it. I'm too tired of it. Like I was listening to Jim and Sam the other day, and they were talking about this. I guess. Did you hear from one of your hometown boys, Kid Rock, put out a new song?
I did not hear. What did Kid Rock have to say about
It's
the word?
pretty fucking boomery. It's pretty much just like, you snowflakes can't handle it, millennials. Awesome. It's just like, it's pretty lame. But like, but then their take was not really their take as much as Sam's take was more just like, it's just old people who are out of touch with the youth, and that's what this is. And I'm like, it's not that. Like, it's really not that. Like, this is a coordinated propaganda movement by all of media.
Yes.
Like, completely unified. And it's like the idea that, like, yes, he's doing a terrible job critiquing it, but if your take is just like, oh, it's just the cycle of things, I'm like, you're wrong. You're out of touch if that's what you think.
Yeah, I don't know that all young people. Yes, there's an overwhelming amount of young people that are woke, but like they've also triggered a young people, a group of youngins that are hashtag based. So like
That's a
I
good
think,
point too.
I mean, if I remember correctly, it's the highest. Like they say, if you're liberal when you're young, or if you're not liberal when you're young, you have no heart. If you're not conservative when you're old, you have no brain, or something like that.
That's Winston Churchill, yeah.
Is it Winston Churchill? Okay, Shout out to Winston. He's extra dead.
Great quotes.
Yeah, he does. He has excellent quotes. The truth is incontrovertible and all that other stuff. But like, if I heard correctly, I thought it was like 30% of people in high school age. This is as of 2020, I believe, and it could be totally fucked. It could have been just some, poll that was skewed in the conservative right. But like 30% of young people, Zoomers, were more conservative, and it was one of the most conservative young generations, mainly because of this woke shit that they're getting pushed on in high school, pushed on in college, and enough are just like rejecting it or silently rejecting it. Like, okay, I have to go along with it because I want the STEM degree, but this is all bullshit. So like I don't think that the young people are just automatically woke. That's kind of what my long-winded point is. I don't think just because someone is 20 or younger that they're just like, yay, SJW principles. I think
but I think the angle they were coming from was that, like that's like the culture is just reflective of like youth ideas, and that's why it's like this. And I was just getting so fed up listening to them because like they were just dismissing anyone's concern, and I'm like, man, you guys really are just not going any deeper with this, are you? Like you're not listening to the real voices who know, like who. It isn't just people who are out of touch and don't like. It's not like in like the 80s where there was like gay representation and people were like, what the hell? Don't put gays on my TV. It's not like that. It's like a mind warp on like a global level that's happening. That's like, you know, just being constantly broadcast into your dome, and it's like coming from it's a coordinated effort. And it's like there are very intelligent people who are not paranoid and aren't just like Republicans are always right and you're stupid. Like they're really intellectual people who can dissect this and explain it to you and put it out there. And it's like the fact that you guys are not, none of that has reached you. That the extra level, the next level of what's actually happening, you're not aware of it, is distressing to me, and I can't really listen to you talk about it. It's like upsetting.
Yeah, because it's like, are you intentionally missing the point, or are you like clueless? And you know, because it could be the first one. It could be like, hey, we do see what's up, but it's like, hey, we're not trying to fuck up what we have, so we can't go hardcore in it. We just can skirt around it. Or it could be, hey, we are in line. We don't even know we're part of the board. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's partially that. I think it's, you know, it's still safer to play it on the side of the left and the woke. And I'm like, I don't want to listen to you if that's your angle.
Yeah.
It's
and to be fair, go ahead.
No, it's not that it's like I need to hear my own ideas reflected back at me. It's just that like I know, I can tell there's a little blind, like a spot where you won't go. You're not going to go there because it's risky. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Just not.
And Cosmic Fusion has a point that I sort of agree with. He says the thing that pisses me off the most is watching it all fall down while majority of humans choose to do nothing because the pendulum will swing back. No, it won't. This isn't natural. Yeah, the pendulum didn't swing here based upon like natural will of the people. It swung here based upon like force, based upon an agenda. Like you said, it's being broadcasted everywhere, it's being enforced everywhere. One of the reasons we talk about on this platform, man, we think we're being either stigmatized or messed with or suppressed, is because we know we say things that are against narrative, against the NPC download. And so we know that people like that do get suppressed. So whether or not it's actually happening, it's not coming from nothing. It's coming from the precedent of them saying, oh, if you think this sort of thought or these sort of thoughts, you're one of those crazy alt-right, whatchamacallit, whatever you want to say, and you can't broadcast your message. You can't talk. You're not allowed to. So like
this stream is demonetized right now. Already demonetized.
What did we even say?
Nothing, man. It's 29 minutes in. It says Happy Thanksgiving. They demonetized it.
Jesus.
So I'm not suspicious. I'm not paranoid, yo. Like I'm not crazy. Yeah.
And but you know, so that's where I can't tell. Are they scared of the same thing happening to them, or they're like, oh well, I don't really buy into all this crazy shit, but I gotta toe the line, so let's do this podcast, and they just hit record or
yeah, I don't know.
That's toe the line.
And I just get to a point where I'm like, I don't really like, because either you're intentionally avoiding it or you're not aware. Either way, it's kind of something I just don't want to listen to. Like,
yeah.
And I don't want to be intolerant, but it's just upsetting to hear people like completely get it wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, Robot Sean, ATHF. Good to see you, brother. Sorry, that's okay. It is what it is, man. Yeah. It is what it is. We just accepted it. I don't know why they do it. Hey, Sherry. Hello.
Yeah. Maybe
I don't know why they do it.
Celebrity joke.
Could be.
Could be.
I don't know.
Yeah. Robot Sean, it's not about this stream. It's not about YouTube. It's all about the Mets. No, I'm just joking. Meme. Have you seen that meme? The All About the Mets meme?
No.
You haven't? It's a stupid meme. I don't even know where it started. But it just takes this scene. It usually has like a villain who has like a hero confronted in a thing, and then they're just talking. And then instead of going whatever the actual dialogue, like it's not about the money, it's about the Mets. It's about the Mets, and it's just a stupid meme. that somehow has come across my algorithm.
I mean, that's kind of funny because at least, like, I don't know, I kind of like the fact the Mets are involved in anything. Kinda.
In anything positive. Yeah. Yeah, and Cosmic Fusion, it didn't turn out too well for JFK or his brother. So don't you go trying to really president. That's just not allowed.
So this is
yeah, stuff like that. It's stupid, but it's funny.
Okay.
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby, let's go. Get a home run, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
There you go. So yeah, that's the nature of the meme. And it's there's like the Incredibles and different like there's Mario up there. So different little memes. It's all about.
Oh no, Mario, you're stuck in a painting. I'll save you. It's not always about the defeating King Boo, Luigi. It's about the Mets. Come on, the Mets. Let's go, Mets. Mets. Three cheers for Mets. Let's go, Mets.
I like how lazy that one is. Like they didn't even bother G.
It's not
They
always.
didn't even Photoshop the hats onto them. They just put like an actual.
Just like they couldn't even do like a PNG file of them. You could have easily gotten that, no problem.
It's not always about the science, Chell. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby. Let's go get a home run, baby. Love the Mets.
That's actually making me laugh. I gotta send that to my dad
There you go.
because he's a big Mets fan.
There you
Oh,
go.
holy shit!
Oh
Man
shit!
flu. Damn! Just tipped $150.
Golly! Happy
Whoa!
Thanksgiving.
Christmas, your share. Just a little taste. Jimmy.
Movie.
Damn!
Yeah, man.
Thank you
Toxic.
very much. Holy shit! I'm blown away.
I
Thank you,
am
Toxic
too.
Man flu.
I am too. I don't know if he was supposed to be 15, and he's like, "Sure, I didn't mean that." But in any event, thank you.
He says, let's put it in the chat. Damn, dude, that was
Yeah.
really fucking cool. Thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
thank you. Not only
Toxic Man
doing
flu.
it that way, you didn't give it all to Google, so Mama Susan didn't get a big
Yeah.
chunk.
Wow. Thank you, sir. He says it's not right versus left. It's individualism versus collectivism. Collectivists want everyone believing as they do to the point of destroying others. Keep fighting. Fucking hell.
Hell,
Thank
he
you,
said,
brother.
No, I meant that shit, man. Thank you, Toxic Man Flu, man.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank you.
meant-
Fuck
yeah.
Mama Susan, indeed.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, but fuck her.
Indeed. Hell, he is a good
Yeah.
fella.
He is a good fella.
Thank you, Toxic Man.
Is
Flu.
he in
Lord.
construction? Nice.
I think I got another one from Jake D. I don't know because it's in my stream elements. Yeah, he says, thank you, Jake D. Threw one right around the same time. Jake Diesel, I love it. Thank you, brother. Hell yeah. Thank you, Jake D. And Jake D says, here's a couple bucks to make up for demonetization. Decide to send it here since Mama Susan decided this stream shouldn't get direct money. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake Diesel. Jake D is a good man. He's a mensch. He's the first dude I ever streamed with outside of in this community.
Yeah.
It was Lindsay, Jared, and then Jake D was the first one. I was the first channel I was a guest on. So yeah, Jake D's
Pretty
the man.
cool.
Thank you, Jake D. Toxic Man Food. Gentlemen, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Much
Happy
appreciated.
Thanksgiving. A little Black Friday money. There you go.
Yeah, that cheered me up. Thank you, boys. Thank you very
There you
much.
go. Yeah.
Do you want to hear Ridley Scott blames millennials and their fucking cell phones for his latest movie flopping?
What?
I don't know.
So like this might be what they were talking about, where it's an old guy from an old generation like complaining about nonsense.
I don't know. This is from Lad Bible.
Okay.
It says Ridley
This, like,
Scott. What's up?
Real? This is something he really said?
I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing about it. But this movie did just come out recently. And I guess it flopped. I don't know. It didn't. I don't know. I guess it looked kind of interesting. I mean, I like Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Daniela says she's canceling the word millennial. Lol.
I've always hated the word. I've always, even when it was like it referred to me as the youngest generation, I'm like, this is a stupid word. It's
I mean, it
such a
makes
mess.
sense, I guess. I don't know.
I just felt like it's been a manufactured generation thanks to social media. Like you can manufacture what millennial was. Because you remember everyone was all ironic and wearing like jeans that didn't fit. I guess they still are, but it was really pronounced. Like there was jeans that just didn't fit. They were either just like these girls in these mom jeans, these men in skinny jeans, and it's like, oh, everything's ironic and we hate everything. This is the millennial. And it's like they created it. Like some group somewhere created the millennial
marketing, some like corporate marketing group.
Some marketing group. This is the millennial, and then they made it so with social media, and it's always felt inauthentic to me.
Well, Toxic Man Flu says if that turns into $151 bills to the local strip club, I am fine with that. Foulball Productions. Thank you very much, Toxic Man Flu. Have you ever been to a strip club in Texas, Vigilante?
I have not.
I tell you what, they are different than they are in the rest of the country.
In what way? In a good way?
Okay, so I went to a strip club. This was a few months ago. I had a meeting at my last job. We had like a meeting during the day, and then I had a shift in a few hours. And my boss, one of my managers, was like, "Let's go to the strip club." I'm like, "Ah." He's like, "No, seriously, like let's go." And like we all got in the car, and like the five of us went to a strip club. And so it was like the middle of the day, which is kind of weird going to a strip club in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm like looking at this guy getting a dance, and his hands are like all over this girl's tits. I'm like, is it that? What's the deal? And they're like, oh yeah, it's cool. You just can't like, you can't like. And it was like you can touch them, but you couldn't like touch their pussies or something. It was like these really. I was like, you could touch the strippers, like in New York, you'll get fucking clocked upside the head and thrown out.
Yeah, I think most places you would.
Yeah.
It's not a thing anymore. It's like some old 80s shit.
So I was talking to this one stripper. She sat down with us, and I'm like, "So you can like, they can like touch you or whatever?" They're like, "Yeah, you know, not too much." And you know, you can. I say when to stop and like that. I was like, "Okay." So then like a few minutes later, she's up on stage, and like it's like this little stage, you know, and I like go up to her with like a 10, and she like, bro, she like straight up like doggy style puts her ass like up against me, right? And I'm like, I guess I could touch her, so I kind of like touched like the inside of her thigh, and she like leans up against me, like, you know what I mean, like she's gonna kiss me. I was like, this is fucking insane. Like I cannot believe this is like a strip club. This is so much more than I've ever experienced.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was pretty wild. So you know
what?
Because
I've never liked strip clubs. It's like, what am I gonna do? It's gonna, I guess, cool, but like strip club, like I turned 18 in like 2005 or 6, so it was like porn has always existed and been readily available. And my entire adult horniness, so it's like paying the strip club, just But like that's in an era where you can't like fucking like do some crazy shit, which I'm not suggesting. I don't want anyone to get fucked up. I don't want anyone.
No, but I mean the older I get, the less interesting strip clubs seemed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I was like, well, I'm gonna go pay these girls to have blue balls.
Yeah, that's like, just seems like a loss.
And then you're like in a room full of horny men. This is fucking weird.
It's not my thing. I've only been to a strip club once. It was on my 18th birthday. Yeah, and that was it. I had some friends take me out, and that was it. And I was like,
It was more fun than I expected. Like I was like, oh, I could actually see myself coming back there. And the chick was fucking smoking. Really attractive girl, like I'm like really genuinely really hot. I was like, wow, this is a lot different.
Don't T-pain yourself. Be in love with a stripper.
No thanks. No, I mean I do have a propensity to fall in love with crazy chicks, but not quite that crazy. But Islington Girl sent me a super chat through Stream Elements. Thank you very much. $3. She says, Mama Susan can suck a turkey leg. Happy Thanksgiving.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy!
Thank you very much, Islington Girl. Thank you very, very much. Much appreciated.
Dope.
You guys are very
Thank
generous
you all for
today.
the super chats.
Yeah, hail. All right, so you want to read this article?
Yeah, let's read it.
Damn millennials. Says Ridley Scott is not one bit happy with the young people at the moment, and he's blaming them for The Last Duel not doing well at the box office. The film, starring Jodie Comer, I don't know who that is, Matt Damon with a mullet. Man, he's got a fucking hell of a mullet there, huh? Look at that.
There you go.
Matt Damon and Adam Driver and Betta Fleck is a historical drama that dives into the story of a knight who challenges his friend to a judicial duel after his wife claims the friend raped her.
Whoa. Some
Whoa.
early Me Too situation.
Yeah. The 2.5 hour long epic has failed to bring in the big bucks after premiering in the middle of last month. Despite the movie costing $100 million to make, so far it's only pulled in $28 million at the box office. Oof.
Ooh, that's
While
not
there
good.
are, yeah, no, it is not. While there are plenty of reasons why the story might not have attracted loads of viewers, Director Ridley Scott reckons he knows what has happened. Speaking on comedian Mark Maron's What the Fuck podcast, Scott said, I think it boils down to what we've got today is an audience who was brought up on these fucking cell phones. The millennial,
What?
I think he means millennial, do not ever want to be taught anything unless you told it on a cell phone. This is a broad stroke, but I think we're dealing with what I think we're dealing with right now. But I think we're dealing with it right now with Facebook. This is a misdirection that has happened where it's given the wrong kind of confidence to the latest generation, I think. While it might not have brought more viewers to the cinemas, the people who have seen it say it was fantastic. On Rotten Tomatoes, the movie has an 85% critic rating and 81% audience rating, which is pretty good these days.
Yeah.
What say you, Vigilante Williamson?
I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't even know this movie was a thing. I do remember him rarely on superhero movies like a few weeks ago, and now I'm guessing it was in promotion of this. And I'm like, I think I may have vaguely been aware, but like, I didn't see the promotion. You know what I mean? I think that had as much to do with everything as like his excuses make no sense to me. It's like Facebook is now like 10 years old. 12 years old, whatever it is, older than that, 12 years old. These smartphones are now 12 years old. So he's talking about this shit like it's like this 2008, 9, or 10, and it's just happened. It's like, what are you? The reason people didn't watch your movies because they didn't hear about it and they didn't want to see it. It's like that's just how it goes. It sucks, it's a Hollywood machine. But like you're blaming your failure on like nonsense. I think
he's also talking about like an audience that was brought up on cell phones. Like I wasn't brought up on cell phones. You know what I mean? I didn't get them until I was like my mid to late teens. Yeah. And they were just little flip phones. They weren't even the iPhone. The iPhone came out with 2011, right?
I think
2008, something like that.
2007, 2008, that era.
And so if you were raised on that phone, let's just say you'd still only be like, what, like 18
to 20-ish.
20?
Depending on, yeah.
Is that your target audience for a medieval drama?
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
I don't think they were going to ever go see it. You know what I mean? That in any era. I don't think 20 to 18-year-olds went to 2007 is the iPhone. But like even something, I don't know.
Like are 21-year-olds rushing out to see the Ridley Scott like noble drama with like about a joust? I don't think so.
Yeah.
It didn't even look that interesting. And I like Ridley Scott's, like I like Gladiator.
Yeah.
Right? I just rewatched that the other day. Holds up, still pretty awesome. But the stakes seemed high in Gladiator, right? Like they're in this, arena. People are getting their shit chopped to pieces and stuff. Like this just seems like a duel amongst friends. It's like, all right, this whole movie is going to be built around like one guy might die. I don't know. I remember seeing the trailer. And I just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And somebody brought up Robot Sean, ATHF, is bringing up Prometheus. That was a huge kind of hit towards the perception of Ridley Scott.
And I still like Prometheus, even though I completely accept all the flaws that are introduced, that are at least pointed out. Like the Critical Drinkers videos are tremendous, but I still really enjoy I just watched Prometheus the other day. I still like it.
Yeah.
Even though I think it's like, I still do not accept that the alien is a manufactured monster. I never believed that, and I still don't. And because it's like, if it wasn't, like if it was, okay, if it was created in a lab, why is there a queen? How could it have evolved to have had a queen if it's a completely just a manufactured biological weapon? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, more than likely it's a massive retcon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's just what it is.
I never bought it. Never bought it myself. But even so, I still enjoy Prometheus. I got a couple super chats coming in that I got to make sure I address. Cool. One came in from Anonymous, which I thought was APM, but APM just tipped me another one. So I don't know who Anonymous is, but Anonymous said that I'm turning their stomach. You're turning my stomach with this straight agenda.
I don't know what shows you're watching. I don't think we're going with. I mean,
Christmas, your share. Just a little taste. Jimmy.
Thank you very much, Anonymous. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. And then APM did tip me $2.70. I think that's probably British money. It was from APM. Oh, okay. It was. And he says, "Oop, this last tip was for me." Thank you very much, APM. Hail to you, my good man. Yeah.
It's the clips. People want to see the clips.
I love the clips. I'm going to get more of them.
I'm going to have to do that. So you have to tip me.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it sounded like you, APM. You're turning my stomach with the straight agenda. That sounds like you.
Yeah, he must not have seen the show. I'm not sure if this is necessarily pushing the straight agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
APM's a big supporter of this channel.
Yeah.
Hail APM. I love you, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving. Do they celebrate Thanksgiving in England?
I don't think they do. Or if they do, I don't know. I think it's just us. I know, obviously, there's a Thanksgiving in North Michigan, a.k.a. Canada, but that's in October.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know about the rest of the world.
I have been on actually kind of like a Native American movie kick recently.
You white colonizer, you.
Yes. I wanted to feel super guilty. I had like a cat of nine tails that I was whipping myself with as I watched it, as is appropriate, you know.
But that could be fetishy, but we'll take it.
Well, I am Matt from Foulball Productions, and I want to acknowledge that the land that I am standing on was formerly Comanche land, and I want to just acknowledge that, acknowledge the land rights. Did you see that video of the fucking Microsoft people?
I did not.
All right, we're gonna get into that, but first we could just
acknowledge land rights. Why don't this motherfucker stop buying all the fucking land? Fuck.
I mean, why don't you just give him the land, I guess, or give him some money or something? It's the most patronizing thing ever. No, I watched. Have you ever seen Dances with Wolves?
Oh, like years and years ago. It's been a while. Like in the 90s as a kid, and I don't remember liking it.
Well, I started watching. You ever watch? Okay. I'm gonna take you into my entire journey here, Vig. I'm gonna really paint the picture for you. So, have you ever watched that YouTube series History Buffs?
I don't think I have.
It's a really good YouTube series where like he'll talk like a historical movie, you know, whether it be Dance with Wolves or Casino or whatever, and he'll talk about what they got historically right and what they took liberties with and what was accurate, what wasn't. It's a pretty good, it's a pretty interesting YouTube channel. I happen to really enjoy it. He does a great job, very detailed. But I was watching one, and then it folded right into Dance with Wolves, and I almost turned it off. And then I was listening to him talk about it, and I was like, you know what? I haven't seen that since college. Let me go pop it on. So I watched it the other night, and I was fucking into it, man. It was like a 3-hour movie. I watched it all in the middle of the night. Went to bed at like 5 a.m. because I was so riveted by it.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I haven't seen it in a while. And at first, I was thinking it was the 90s. Like, I wonder if I saw that in like high school. I think I might have to see that in high school. And if I can't remember if it was that or a different movie I dealt with Native Americans. Sorry, I'm not trying to offend anyone.
It holds up real well, dude. Like, I was blown away by how good the it was and how interesting it was, and like, I because I grew up. I think a lot of people who grow up in the United States, like at least where I grew up in the East Coast, like, you get kind of bored with Native American stuff because I feel like you're inundated with it from when you're a kid. So the time you're an adult, I'm just kind of like, I'm just not that fascinated by it, you know? Like, I remember being at a museum with this guy, and he was just like, dude, he was like from Australia, and he was like so interested. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I've been seeing this stuff my whole life. I don't really care about the canoes. And like, not to shit on them or anything.
Yeah, because you're white patriarchy, obviously. Go on.
obviously, but it was like the way my buddy was when we went to the Met, and there was all this like medieval, like Italian Renaissance art, and he was from Italy, and he's just like, dude, I've been seeing this my entire life. I do not care. It's like you just get tuned out from it. But so I watched that, and then the next one I watched was The Last of the Mohicans.
Mm-hmm.
Ever seen that? The Mohicans, huh?
Yeah, there you go. If I did again, these movies don't stand out. There's a chance I saw them, but like I don't really remember them like that.
Okay. Well, I started watching that. That one I didn't love as much. It didn't grip me quite as much. I didn't really care about the story. It's interesting, but not my favorite. But then I started, and I was like, I gotta go to bed because I had to wake up to go to the fucking DMV today. But I started watching Apocalypto.
Apocalypto.
You never saw that?
No.
Oh, that's it's like about, I think they're Mayans. It takes place in like, I don't know, but like pre-conquistador, like South America. It's a Mel Gibson movie.
Mm-hmm. Now that I'm looking it up, I do remember when it came out, but I don't remember it. Yeah,
I was into it. I was fucking damn into it. I was like, I gotta go to bed, but I'm probably gonna finish it later tonight. But obviously, there's not much here because you've never seen any of these movies. I can't have this conversation with you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have not checked out that many of these movies, and like, I feel like I saw one of them in high school. Like as far as either Last Mohicans or Dances with Wolves, I saw in high school, and I had like a proto woke Caucasian female teacher that was annoying, and so I kind of just got through the assignment and blocked it out. But I can't remember which one of those movies I saw.
Well, they're interesting, and I don't know. Anyway, Mayans, it's Mel Gibson. Thank you, Daniela. Yeah, it was pretty sick. Pretty sick. All right, well, that conversation went nowhere. Do you want to see Microsoft? It's okay. Microsoft acting like fucking idiots?
Yes, I do want to see this.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Natalie Gadilla. I'm a Caucasian woman with long blonde hair, and I go by she, her.
Really?
I'm a product marketing lead here at Microsoft.
We didn't even start.
Yeah.
She's a Caucasian woman with long blonde. I guess she's trying to like do this for the blind people who are watching.
That's exactly what it is.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Like I was thinking about that, like there's this like woman, I was listening to another one. It was a different one, and she described herself as wearing like red or whatever, and I was like, way to rub it in. Like not only are you pandering to me because I'm blind, now you're describing something I can't even fathom. I have no idea what red is. Thanks for rubbing it in.
Oh, geez.
Right? Fucking idiots. And like this whole thing with like them, like they're doing sign language in it, and then like people describing themselves. I'm like, I thought like the audio was there for the blind, and we've had closed captioning for the deaf as long as I've been alive.
Yeah. Cosmic Fusion, do they know that blind people have TVs to talk to them? They're fucking Microsoft. They have to know because they more than likely had some involvement with that technology being available. There's no way they don't know that. Yeah.
Has there been a tremendous outcry from the blind community that the hosts are not describing themselves? Like what the hell is blonde to someone who can't see?
I don't know. But she has to. Virtue signaling is not about whatever group they're virtue signaling to. It's about their own egos. So they try to shove in. That's why
I know that. Stop. But I mean, logically, to someone like this, I want to understand what the fuck is your motivation.
The motivation is she's a 40, 50-year-old white woman, and she's indoctrinated to all shit. She has no brain, and she figures for social validation in her tribe, that she can shove the most virtue signals she can shove in the least amount of time, like to higher her liberal social worth.
Yes.
It's like,
you know what else pisses me off about this video? Is that guy's got a beard and a mohawk. Fuck you. You fucking soy boy.
He makes it look very soy.
He does, right? It makes me want to get rid of this.
I can't
Just like,
imagine
I don't have a mohawk.
if you told me he was gay, I'd be like, okay. Because there's no way he's with a woman who only fucks him.
No, he looks like a male feminist, dude. He looks like I feel like those guys are always like
give herself some space. She needs social distance from dude if she's a male feminist.
right?
He might not take no for an answer, man.
He just looks, yeah, exactly. Those dudes are always creepy. He just looks like too sensitive and too sweet. You're like, dude, he looks like the type of guy that would like dry hump a girl that passed out at a party, you know?
Fuck. And then I'm looking at I almost dead day. The Cosmic Fusion talking about she thinks she's fit. Okay, maybe 38. But like part of it was just kind of like joking. But she looks like 38-ish.
She doesn't look like a terrific 27. Like, you know what I mean? Like if
she's in her 20s, she's lived a rough life.
Yeah, she's got to stop smoking.
Yeah. She's got to be late 30s, early 40s.
Brightest Day says, "Oh, now you want to get rid of the mohawk. Look, I like the mohawk. I just don't want to look like that D-bag." You know? All right, let's hear the rest of this genius.
I'm a product marketing lead here at Microsoft and co-host of the podcast Security Unlocked with this guy.
Yes, that would be me. Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Fillingham. I'm a Caucasian man with glasses and a beard. I go by he, him, and I'm a security evangelist here at Microsoft.
Wait, you're not going to mention that you have a mohawk?
Yeah, you bigot.
I mean, of all the characteristics, if you were just, like, if you had to identify that guy to the police, the first thing you'd say is that he's got a mohawk.
Yeah, it was this Australian dude. He looked kind of like a bitch.
Yeah.
He had a mohawk.
He had this, like, overly sensitive look in his face.
Yeah. He had the skinny, fat look.
Yeah.
I'm just fat, so I'm not criticizing, but...
He definitely tweets about, you know, like LGBT rights on his Twitter for sure.
Absolutely.
He's got his pronouns in his bio. He just has he mainlines soy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Did they go on?
We are so excited to be with.
Oh, they don't do it in this clip. I gotta see the one where they acknowledge the land rights.
Oh man.
Oh, it's brutal.
That was brutal. We didn't even get anything. It's just like. So here's the thing about this pronoun thing, bro. All right, is the expectation that we all like do this? Is that the realistic expectation? We're all supposed to identify our pronouns at random times to random people. That's the thing they're trying to normalize. That's insane.
Yeah,
because that's never going to happen by like normal people.
It shouldn't ever happen. It's like I don't need to acknowledge that I'm able-bodied every time I talk about myself because people who are not able-bodied are the extreme minority, as are trans people.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to acknowledge them every single time I talk about myself. That's insane.
Yes. Yes, that's insane. Like that's not even.
I have both of my hands. It's like so does almost everybody. There's no reason to say that every time.
Yeah, it's not like someone's trying to be offensive to people who aren't able-bodied or any other, you know, specific case where they want us to constantly identify ourselves. It's just like we're supposed to treat every individual like they're like the Gestapo and they're stopping us and asking us for all of our information.
Right?
That's insane.
It's true. Like I'm a vaccinated white male. My pronouns are he, him. I voted for Joe Biden. Like, you know, you have to like give all your credentials.
You know what? Ridley Scott's weird, vague thing applies more here than it did for his movie because this is clearly a social media. Like this only could exist in a post-social media world where social media has told you these are pronouns and this is the stuff. So now you're trying to take a social media, a Twitter thing, not really a social media thing.
It started on Twitter.
It's Twitter thing.
It's still a psyop. Just like always remember where it comes from. They don't like you said, they get delivered opinion. That's not their opinions. This isn't their ideas. This comes from the Borg, whomever concocts all this malarkey and then downloads it into it. So yeah, it starts on Twitter, but it's not where it ends. And Brightest Day is absolutely right. It's priming you for social credit score. You're damn right it is.
Yeah.
ESG is real, folks.
I was just about to say ESG's already here. So it's like it's already here.
Yep.
And then Jesus, this is insane.
Pretty wild.
It's so insane.
Daniela says she was at a party on Friday night, and one of the topics of conversation was everyone should be they.
the hell type of parties, man?
Bro,
I
Austin
didn't party
is fucking
much.
wild, dog. Like I thought Austin was going to be a toned down version of some of this woke shit. It's a lot of it's amped the fuck up here,
man. Because like, what type of parties were like? Those are even the conversations. Like when I think of parties, I think of people getting fucked up.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's wild.
Like we're too fucked up to have like intellectual. Like even if we wanted to talk about some shit like this, it's like what type of party are you guys going to?
I don't know, but I think here's the other one with the other Microsoft people. This is just God.
Microsoft
amazing.
is so evil a fucking company to fucking like if like okay, you know, if there was a company that most represented like what happened, it would be Microsoft, the guy with the the head who's bought up all the fucking farmland in the United States. That's not suspicious at all.
It's just so bizarre the way like big corporations have made themselves like we're sympathetic for the little guy. It's like even if they're trying to do that, I mean, of course they're going to have to try to do that. How the left is falling for it? That's the weirdest thing for me. Like 10 years ago, that would not be the case.
Well, the youthful idiot class is they just want internet clout. So whatever will get them internet clout, whatever fits their narrative. And honestly, part of the reason they fall for it is because they can be united against like the boogeyman that was the orange man. And so they all were on the right side of history, so to speak. So it doesn't matter that it's an evil corporation full of bullshit. It's like, well, they thought the same thing I did. So yeah, I'm all with them.
Yeah. Cosmic Fusion says about Austin that's because I moved to the wokest part of Texas.
Yeah, you did.
Should have moved to where comics and red shirt are. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but also I like craft beer and poke. I'm not gonna find that. You know what I mean? Like I'm a bit of a food and drink kind of snob, so I do need to be close to that. I can't. If the big restaurant in town is fucking Denny's, I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Don't be Charles Barkley. I mean, San Antonio's a real city.
I'm just fucking around. I don't know. I've never been to San Antonio. I don't know.
I know Charles Barkley makes fun of the big San Antonio women. Apparently, they are big there. They're pretty fat. It's just what the stats say.
Yeah, it's pretty wild though. Like it's interesting. Like it like there's parts of like I still see like Trump supporting stuff around here. So I'm like, okay, it's not like LA where you get shot for that.
Yeah.
But like it is like the wokeness is like, wow, it's powerful. Really powerful. I guess 'cause it's a lot of college kids.
Yeah, that too.
Daniela says she grew up in Austin. It wasn't always like this.
Huh.
Well, I think we should get our lesson, our social lecture, and what we should think and be corrected, gently guided into being woke zombies.
Hello and welcome.
Oh, did you see that soy wave that guy just gave? He's like the Soy Jack meme.
I didn't see it. Can you flick it up?
That was brutal. This guy just did I wish it was a higher quality. But this guy, look at the guy on the right. Look how this he is Soy Jack incarnate.
Hello and welcome to Microsoft.
He did it. He did the fake surprise thing. He did it.
Man,
he did the Soy Jack face.
What is with the soy face at all?
It's a real thing. Have you ever Googled it?
Yeah, I've Googled it.
It creeps me out. I don't either. It's really uncomfortable.
I've been around, you know what else? I've been around people that actually work for Microsoft, and they are kind of culty, man.
I believe it.
They're really, it's a creepy vibe. Very creepy. It's before I knew what woke was, and I was trying to get into the tech industry, and I would go to these stupid ass conferences and stupid ass meetups, and there's Microsoft nearby, and there's some Microsoft employees there do presentations, and I'll never forget like this one girl is giving this like very stupid virtue signaling. I didn't know these words at the time, but that's what I would term it as now. Like women, and she was like this kind of fat hog looking feminist chick, and she was like, but she worshipped the Bill Gates, and it was like this girl next to me. She was like, "Yeah, you go, sister." I'm like, "What the fuck?" This white girl, both of them were white, and I'm just like, "What the fuck am I in?" And it was really culty, and it was like talking about the environment. I think there was an anti-Trump joke. and it was just all this nonsense. I'm like, Microsoft's one of the most evil fucking companies on earth. Who the fuck are they to like talk up or down to anybody? Are you kidding? Just don't fuck up Windows and Xbox, assholes. Like, get out of here.
Oh yeah,
And they were
no,
just
Islington
really
Girl,
sniffing their own farts. It was very creepy. Very.
I believe it. The Islington Girl wants to know if there's a soy face. Just Google soy face. It creeps me out. Like, it really makes me uncomfortable. Like anxious. Like, I can't look at it for very long.
Yeah, it makes me. You know what, man? They all look like creepers. They all look like they would do something. Like they look like they're not the type to take no for an answer. I'm gonna just go with that again. It's
so creepy. I hate it. And that face. I don't know what that face is.
Men are not supposed to look like that. That's why it makes you uncomfortable. You're just like, there's something like anti-masculine about it.
Yes, Cosmic Fusion says I went to Bing and typed in what is soy face, then went to images, then regretted it. Yeah. It's creepy, dude. It really creeps me out. Soy face. Rape.
APM said it. Yeah. That's exactly what it looks like.
It does feel that way. Ugh, I don't like it.
It's just uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable. Speaking of uncomfortable.
Microsoft Ignite. We've got a big day ahead and lots in store for you. First, we want to acknowledge that the land where the Microsoft campus is situated was traditionally occupied by the Sammamish, the Duwamish, the Snoqualmie, the Suquamish, the Muckleshoot, the Snohomish, the Tulalip, and other Coast Salish peoples since time immemorial.
And we pwned those motherfuckers and took their land. Hey, Microsoft!
Yeah, like, goddamn, how big is your fucking campus? You're like naming all these fucking tribes. Fuck you, guys.
And doesn't it just sound like she's just like, that's right, bitch, we took your land.
Yeah.
Like,
golly. So wait a second. What is the point of this virtue signal? Because in my head,
get it.
You're making yourself sound worse. Now, you know what, Microsoft? I agree with you, you fucking colonizer bigots. Give some of that land back.
Doesn't it sound like
shit
that?
Back to these tribes.
It sounds like they're bragging.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you. What kind of shit is that? What kind of a thing is that to say? Like, this used to be their land. Not anymore. Microsoft, bitch.
Yes, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
God damn.
A people that are still here, continuing to honor and bring to light their.
She looks like she has some native blood in her. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Maybe.
You know, like
maybe
that's why they're parading her.
She's ambiguously raced. You don't know.
Well, I mean, most natives are from Asia, right? Like originally on the land bridge.
Straight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ancient heritage. My name is Allison Wines. I'm a senior program manager in our developer tools division. I'm an Asian white female with dark brown hair wearing a red sleeveless top.
And I'm Seth Juarez, program manager in the AI.
And she just said, that's the one when she said, yeah, that's why I thought of that, because I heard that when she said red. I'm wearing a red top. It's like, I'm blind. I don't know what red is, bitch. Red is an ambiguous thing to me. I don't know what color is. I've never seen anything on the color spectrum.
Man. Asian white supremacy. I mean, and somebody says she looks Polynesian.
Yeah.
This is a mess.
Yeah.
This is such a mess. This is where virtue signaling goes wrong. So I am like, I don't know
where
what
it goes wrong. Where does it go right, Vidge?
Well, never. But it goes even like your virtue signal makes you sound like incredibly racist or incredibly like you guys sound like colonizers. Like you're bragging about how many scalps you've taken, and like they're still here, and we still got your shit. Fuck you.
Right? It sounds like she's bragging.
It'd been different if she would have followed with, and we have all these programs that we're not doing because we're trying to make amends, or no, it's just like we'll honor and we'll tell everybody we took your shit, but we're not giving you a fucking thing. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
It's
like it almost sounds like a dude like in the hood bragging about how this used to be that dude's corner, now it's mine. I took that corner from him. It's my corner now, right? Doesn't it sound like that? Like a territory war?
I'm supposed to know. But no. I'm sorry. Remember those race shows? Sorry, they're just wide open. They're wide open shots. I gotta take them. But yeah, it sounds crazy, man. I just don't know why you would like lead off brag with that.
I can't understand it.
I've wanted one of these crazy tech jobs, and now I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't get one because like these corporate cucks, I don't want to be that guy. I wouldn't want to trade places with that guy.
Yeah, no, that's awful. I mean, you probably make a lot of money, but like, just I don't know. The idea of having to work in that environment, have to tiptoe through all this bullshit, and just have to go through all these seminars, and like they probably make white people acknowledge their privilege.
Absolutely. I just would never want to even be in that environment. I would end up getting fired anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I
me
would
too.
It would take one time for like, because I don't. Half of the reason I do this is because I find leftism to be like way more racist. So it took one time that we are so sorry and we acknowledge your thing. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, if you patronize me like that one more motherfucking time, I'm gonna toss you through that Surface tablet. Like,
isn't it? It's so patronizing. Like it really is.
It's incredibly patronizing.
But people,
and
like
I don't
that.
think they realize
I think people
that.
dig it. I don't know.
There's a group of people who just want to be acknowledged and want like clout from it. And then there's like a group of people that actually buy into it.
Mm-hmm.
And but like, if you're not in either group, and you look at this with any basic discernment, you're like, what the fuck are you guys really saying this for? It comes off like it doesn't come off like you're virtue signaling and you acknowledge your privilege. It comes off like you're bragging about it, self-flagellation.
Mm-hmm.
It comes off like bullshit, man.
Daniela says, and I'm in tech. My last company forbade us from saying "you guys." The one I'm at now is much more based in reality. Look, you imagine not being able to say "you guys" because it's gendered language.
Gendered.
Unbelievable. Which it isn't. It's just a generalization.
How does this help me, like, program anything? I already can't use a fucking master and slave repository anymore. Thank you for that. I forgot what they call it.
I don't know. Like, you know what I noticed? Like, they still, when you have like cables and stuff, they still say the male and female end. I wonder when that's gonna go away.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, you do.
That'll be gone soon. Yeah, my default is you guys too, Islington girl. Whenever I go to like a table or whatever, I'm like, what's going on, guys? How we doing?
So what term would they want us to say? You people? That's better?
That sounds worse. You go to a bunch of black people and you're like, okay, how are you people doing? What you mean, you people? I thought that's what I was supposed to say. I don't know. Gender neutral cables. Yeah, exactly. Hell Cody guy. Jake D says, my tech company is very weird. They do a lot of virtue signal shit, but you can be subtle, subtle digs being woven in each one. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. It's pretty based. I like that. All right, let's finish this stupid video.
My platform group. I'm a tall Hispanic male wearing a blue shirt, khaki pants. Today we kick off 2 days of learning more about the latest solutions, exploring how these key innovations can empower you to do great things, and connecting with peers from around the world.
I love that guy. I hate his little singles.
Man,
gross. Can't look at these soy people for very long.
I feel like he has a college story that if it came out, like he would go to jail for the rest of his life. Like he just seems. I hope I'm wrong. He just has that vibe. Like he's already just taken no for an answer a few times in the past.
Yeah, I mean, he just looks like because it's like a presentation of I'm super safe.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hurt anybody. I'm the nicest guy in the room, all soft spoken and feminine. It's like, yeah, what do you do with all your male aggression though? That's not, you can't get rid of that. What do you do with all that? It goes somewhere.
Yeah. Like maybe he's into like kickboxing and he could just be corporately cut.
Yeah, he looks like he's a Muay Thai black belt. That's the impression I got from that guy. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, it's probably hentai porn. That's probably where it goes.
It probably is. Yeah, it probably is.
And not like the legal hentai porn either.
He's definitely like he's definitely heavily invested in a VPN. Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yes, especially working for Microsoft and shit.
Right.
He's probably really his VPN is fucking airtight.
He lives like in a hacker lair. He's got like foil walls and he's got like his own servers and big cables and clanks it in. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Women tied up in his basement and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And Daniela says progressive male rage goes into my DMs. Is he sliding in the DMs, Daniela? Doing the DM slide. Not the cha-cha slide, but the
Well, Daniela's told me that like in the comedy scene, like the most like woke progressive men say the most of like obnoxious things to her.
I can imagine. Like what sort of stuff?
I don't know. Like I'm not entirely sure. Like it just like it would be just the most like super like actually sexist shit. You know what I mean? Not like going against the narrative, because like that's considered sexism if you go against the narrative. Like that's how it was in L.A. Like you know what I mean? Like even genuinely treating a woman with respect isn't really. That's not respectful in their eyes. You know, because you're treating them with what's up.
Necessary. Submission is necessary.
Yeah, it's submission and deference, and then like of course, and co-signing all of the bullshit. Like that's respect, and that's how you treat a woman like a feminist or something like that. The narrative's fucked. Raging Rhino, hail Keely Chow.
Hail Keely Chow. The narrative is fucked. No doubt in that.
Yeah. So, thanks Microsoft. I appreciate the lesson. I feel much more enlightened, and like way to go, poning all those natives. You really showed them who's boss.
Yeah. I mean, it was a long list of motherfuckers. Like, this is all their land.
Yeah. They're all dead now.
How big of a campus do you fuckers need? And apparently
probably pretty big. For a company that size, I mean, there's only like 2 computer companies. You know
basically, yeah.
That's really it.
I mean, and they have campuses everywhere. So, I mean, I guess they do need shit. And apparently, since she called a progressive man out on some sexist, and he went ape shit for days. Wow.
Yeah, because he's following the rules, and then it does not compute that he could be sexist. I think I told this story. This dude like was a male feminist in like my little acting circle. He's a nice guy. He's kind of a creepy weirdo. He's from the Washington area. But you know, he was just but he was like mad on the male feminist shit. Like I remember when when the last Game of Thrones season was going on, and like when fucking stupid Jon Snow suddenly became a retard, and or maybe it was the second to last season. It was the second to last season. I remember they have that big plan where they're gonna rescue his brother. Remember that? And like the whole plan hinges on the fact that Jon Snow doesn't attack first. Like that's the entire thing. And then like Ramsay like throws the kid just starts running towards the lion, and they kill him with arrows, and then Jon Snow loses his mind. And I was like, that's the dumbest shit I ever saw. And then of course you need to be rescued by Sansa. And I told him that, and like the rage that the fucking incel male feminist rage that was like boiling in this guy for me saying this, like you could see he was like genuinely angry at it. I'm like, what the fuck are you angry about? So anyway, so you know this guy, so I invited him over. I don't know why I did this, but I invited him over for Halloween, and my roommate at the time was this tall Haitian woman, very voluptuous. Big old titties and big fat ass. And when she came out, like I guess like while we were setting up the party, he came like super early, like one of those guys who doesn't have like social tact. You know, it's like when you say like show up at 8, you really mean 9. And like he showed up at like 7:30. I was like, okay, I'm not done. I'm still setting up, so you can hang out if you want or whatever. Yeah. And then she came in and walked out, and she just goes, dude, your roommate is gorgeous. So I was like, oh yeah, she's attractive. And then my roommate told me later that he was creeping on her the whole night.
Oh man.
The whole night creeping on her.
That's weird. I mean, but that's to be expected.
Bing.
That's to be expected.
Exactly.
Because I mean, it's been said, you know, many a time, but it's true. These guys, they get sold this feminist narrative, and they truly in their heart of hearts believe if they can out feminist the women, even, that somehow they will be blessed by the waters of Mount Pussy, and their lives will improve. Like they will woke themselves into wetness, and it doesn't work. and they're oblivious to the fact that it doesn't work, and then they get frustrated. And then there's this like a part of the thing with male feminism. There's also like woman worship in general, where they worship women, like literally, and so like. And they pedestalize because don't pedestalize anybody, man. Humans are fucking nuts. Have you met other fucking humans to worship them? Are you crazy? And so that's why they have this.
Unless you pedestalize us, in which case that's okay.
Yeah, keep giving us money and shit.
That's fine. That's all.
And and pay attention and like and share and sub and all that other shit. But yeah, man, like that's. They're misguided as fuck, and you almost feel for them if it wasn't for like all the like people on the offenders list that they belong on. So like it's really fun.
And I think like not to defend them necessarily, but to defend like when you're a kid, and most guys get this shit. I think when you're a young man, like you get this narrative about how women want to be treated. Right? They want you to, be nice and be respectful and all this shit. And then what you realize pretty quickly, that actually doesn't get you any kind of pussy. You know what I mean? Not saying you don't be nice to women, but like the way they tell you to do it, like you're just going to become their bitch. Like they're not going to respect you. And so that is a cognitive dissonance thing that is tough growing up for most men, I think, to kind of process through.
Absolutely.
And I think some men get it right away. Like some men never fell victim to it. Some men learn, and then some men double down and become male feminists.
Double, triple down, man. They say, I heard this saying recently: if you treat her like a star, she'll treat you like a fan. Like don't pedestalize her.
Yeah. I like that
because she'll look down on you if you do that.
It's true.
It's true. So that these guys don't know that, and they progressively get worse and worse with women.
That's right, JT. Ladies love a bad boy with a mohawk. That's what I'm saying. There you go. That's what I'm saying.
That's why the soy boy got it. He was like, I'm gonna try to add some edge. It's like, man, you still like you don't take no for an answer, man.
I really want to get rid of this look because of that guy. I'm not going to, but I hate resembling him. Daniela says, progressive men love telling me how generous they are in bed. I'm not asking them.
That's so bizarre. So generous in bed. What the fuck? Like you like being pegged? Generous in bed. What the fuck? Generous in bed. Is that like a tricking reference? Because that's what it almost sounds like. Like I'm generous. I'm
no, probably like money. I care about your needs.
Listen, they would get more if they were tricking. I'm just saying.
But it's just like she's not. Her point is not even having a sexual conversation, and like these guys are super. Like it's like that's not cool, man.
Yeah.
Like you can get into a sexual conversation with women, but you have to earn it. Like you can't just like, hey, I'm a good lover. It's like, ugh, okay, who are you? Go away. Creep. This is kind of okay, so this is a story that's kind of a little bit old, which I think maybe you've already heard of, but I was reminded of it. Do you know anything about the band Brass Against?
I don't know if I heard the story.
Okay, so there was a story of this woman in this band. It's an all-brass Rage Against the Machine tribute band.
Okay.
And it was at a music festival in Daytona, Florida. And there was a girl, the lead singer, and she had to relieve herself and chose that the restroom was just too far away.
Oh, I think I only heard this. I think I may have retweeted this, and it may be one of the most retweeted things I ever did. No, the Ric Flair chat was. Is it the girl pissing on the guy?
That's the one.
I retweeted this because somehow I was just randomly on Twitter, and Triple H was trending. And so I'm like, why is Triple H trending? And like the third or fourth tweet down, it was like this girl was doing the Triple H with her pussy. And I'm like, what? And I watched, and I'm like, she's pissing on him?
Oh, so you did see the video.
Huh?
You did see it.
Yes. And I said, whoa.
Because we didn't talk about it. Me and you had never mentioned it.
No, because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who it was. I just saw the video in context and with no context.
With no context.
What is it? And then because I saw it, I had to retweet it because everyone else must be subjected to this pain.
It's the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Thanos was right. What proved that half of the world's population should not be here more than this?
In that video?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Thanos is completely correct.
I think it's kind of hilarious. Like, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah. Like, should I play it or no?
I mean, you know what? You might be risking with your channel. So it's up to you.
You think so?
Who knows?
The video's up on YouTube. It's got 3.4 million views. Wow.
Yeah.
This is pretty wild. This is pretty fucking wild.
Wait, Cosmic Fusion, real quick. I forgot I had the power. He says, yes, the video was pretty terrible. We had equivalent shit from Akon and R. Kelly.
We've seen it. We're good. Fair enough.
I know R. Kelly, but what the fuck did Akon do?
I don't know. I never heard that from Akon.
Yeah, I didn't know Akon was pissing on women. That's brand new. Unless you just think all black people look alike because you're a bigot. It could be that. But yeah, that video, that video was. I mean, I have no faith in humanity. I've been having for quite some time. But I was like, nah, there's no point.
Nah. I was like, nah.
Just end it all. I mean, there's nothing to wait around for. Like, humanity is lost forever. It's over. It's all over. Oh, Akon dry humped it. But he didn't know. I mean, she looked grown, and it was a thing. I remember that now she mentioned it. But I'm like, I'm not gonna. It sucked. But she peed on a fan. It's not the same thing. He was dancing with a girl, and you found out, oh shit, she was 14. But if you saw the video, she's probably 18, 19.
I don't know anything about that one.
It was a suggestive dance back in the day. And Akon was a singer and rapper from the 2000s. Jake D.
I know Akon is. Oh, okay.
But Jake D asked who was Akon, so because he, kind of boomer. But yeah,
Was
this
he
girl
a rapper, or was he just the guy who would do the
mainly singer?
Yeah, right. He did a song with one of those guys, Cameron.
No, it was Stop. Well, you might have did song Cameron, but the
Was it
Locked
Styles
Up.
P? Locked Up.
Styles P. Styles P. Yeah.
Oof. That
I know
song
you
is
just went to New
so
York.
bad. Like,
It wasn't my favorite song.
Well, the lyrics are awful. Like, I'm tired of living with these circumstances. SP's the same. I'll still murk your manses.
He will murk your manses.
Manses? The
Styles
fuck
the
is a
Ghost.
manses?
It rhymes. He's
No,
just
it's
making
not.
word
He made it
rhyme.
up. That
He
doesn't
didn't make it
rhyme.
up. People say manses and shit in New York.
Ugh,
You weren't
that's
in
also-
Yonkers. You were somewhere.
What is it? That is one of the laziest, but it's also like, it's thematically inconsistent. Like, you're saying, like, I'm tired of living with these circumstances. Like, okay. He's like, but it didn't change me. I'll still kill you. It's like, wow. Insightful, Styles P. Thank you for that blistering insight. And it's just like,
Listen, you got 16 bars. You got to get through a verse.
I mean, you got to get through a verse. I understand, but like, it's just so damn lazy. Like, I was like, okay, this could be an interesting song, like, about the pain of being like locked up, like in jail or whatever, and kind of get some no, just a generic garbage. Like, all right, thanks. But if that song became a hit because of Akon's good hook.
Yeah. Akon singing. He has some pretty cool songs. He actually brought T-Pain to the world, and so helped bring all the to the world. So that's another thing. But now that we're back, that P thing, New Bomb Turk brings up a good point. It probably was planned because it didn't seem like there's no way she peed the whole time, right? That was like water or something, or was she just really just pissing on that guy?
I think it was pee.
Jesus Christ!
What she have like a? Should she have like a fucking like a
Whizinator or
hose?
something? Yeah, something. That was a lot.
So.
I mean, it was
lot.
It was a whole lot.
That was a horse piss.
Yeah, man. And Rough Girl, you're right on time for the orgy, apparently.
Rough Girl.
Hell. What's the name of the band again? Because I didn't even know their name. You said
Against.
Brass Against.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Like,
That's pretty
what
wild.
was going through her mind? I mean, I guess it worked. right? If
Well,
the
I was
point is
hearing
publicity.
I was listening to some people talk about it, and they were saying it was probably like it could have been set up, like it was kind of like pre-planned, you know. And they're acting like it was just spur of the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, honestly.
And I agree. I think that girl did have a full tank Man of War. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty wild story. Because we never talked about that one. I was like listening to an older podcast. I was like, oh, yeah, that story. We never mentioned that. I wonder if Vigilante saw that shit.
Yeah, now that I see it, I fucking retweeted it.
Yeah.
Is it still up? Did they take it down? I don't see it. Now I'm trying to look
your
on
tweet. I mean, the video's up. I know that.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah, from it says yep. Okay, I didn't know who the fuck it was, but yeah, my retweet is up, and yeah, and why am I watching this?
Why am I watching this?
Yeah, that's a mess.
Yeah,
that's a mess.
Pretty fucking wild, man.
There's no way that's real, but the steam is coming off.
Yeah, it looks real to me, dude. Looks real to me. I don't know.
God damn. The reactions were funny though. The reactions, like the from the tweet I said, where it's like, that's where I got Thanos was right. I mean, I realized Thanos was right. The chat has left. They said we're done too. And those like 6 or 7 people just like, all right, man.
Sorry, everybody. We love you.
Pissing on people. That's where it goes.
That's the line. That's not fighting culture crime. That's off brand.
Nah, I mean, it. You know, that is a culture crime. That is a culture crime, and I mean this with okay. I'm not gonna say no jest, only slight amount of jest. I blame feminism. I truly do. I truly, in my heart of hearts,
have it.
Blame feminism. So, if you didn't have this feminist ass culture, there's no way you would piss on someone on stage. When men, okay, how long have men ruled rock and roll and popular music? Chuck Berry might watch you piss, okay? R. Kelly might piss on you in a hotel room. But when have you ever seen all of these pop stars, all of these indie rockers, all of these whatever group, when have you heard of a man saying, you know what, I'm going to piss on a woman on stage? That has never happened. Ozzy will bite the head off a fucking bat. But piss? No. But if there's a way of degrading men, now that we have this fucking feminist culture, we talk about this male feminist, you know what I mean? And then so he just cucks up and I'll just take fucking, urine in my face like it's fucking water world. And he just does it. And because he's a cuck. And then you have feminists like, yeah, I'm going to, smash the fash and piss on these fucking men. And that's what happens. That's what happens.
I do think that was part of the motivation, because I think she like calls him like a piece of shit and this, that, and the other. And I think she's a lesbian, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So there's some anti-male shit. And yes, it is still on YouTube, Man of War, Neighbor of the Beast. And I blame your neighbor. You need to talk to that motherfucker. He needs to chill out.
Yeah, we did send them running with that topic, though. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Everybody just head for the hills. Sorry, everybody. I apologize.
Come back.
We love you. We'll talk shit about Star Wars, I swear.
Yeah, fuck Kathleen Kennedy.
That's right. I don't know. There's just such a slow news day. There's really nothing going on.
Yeah, I mean, somebody mentioned the Ahmaud Arbery case came back. I hadn't really been following that case.
I guess he's found guilty. They're all found guilty. I have no idea what happened.
I remember seeing the video back last year and thinking they probably should have been found guilty. Kill Eric Bischoff, the lesbians. Actually, I don't get that reference, Keely Child. Usually the wrestling references I get. I remember Eric Bischoff, but I don't remember him talking about lesbians.
I mean, I'm sure there's no reason they're covering this trial other than, like, I'm sure like the race angle is not what makes people interested in this story. Like, let's find any time a black person's killed by a white person, and then we'll just fucking run with it.
Yeah.
See, but this is the stuff I don't want to talk about. I'm bored of this. Just bored of it all. Just the division.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I learned. I'm reading. I went back to listening to what's that book called? White Liberals, Black Rednecks. The Thomas Sowell book. Because it's on Safe Spaces book of the month, like their book club book next month. So I was like, oh, let me go back and finish this. Bro, like I didn't realize this. Like when it comes to like slavery, apparently like the Western world like abolished it like well before the rest of the world, and they actually like of all the cultures on Earth, the West was the only one that had like a campaign to like eliminate it from the planet. Like they're the only. There was like the only like there was like these movements from like England and like all these different like European colonies to straight up abolish it like worldwide. And then like in like the Middle East, there was all this huge pushback to the point where like it got abolished, and then there were riots.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty fascinating to listen to this whole thing. Like the whole narrative on slavery, as it is like in this culture is a lot. It's basically bullshit. Like there's a like the way it was implemented and why, and like the global significance of it and all this shit is pretty fascinating read, man.
Huh. I need to check that out. I got some soul books. I've only read one, and now I have no time to live. And I need to just toss one on while I'm working and just get through one. As far as audio book. And oh yeah, the Epstein lieutenant, she was on trial. It's interesting timing.
Oh yeah. Nice cheery subject.
Yeah, that's bright. Yeah. Oh well, I mean, it was this or like Microsoft Soy Boys or like women pissing on fans. So like, we're not, or some other character's been made gay. They actually did the Cowboy Bebop mess. They made one of the I guess Faye's now bisexual. That's dope. I mean, that looks visually terrible. The Cowboy Bebop. Like I've only seen screenshots.
Yeah.
But it just looks like, on top of everything we talk about, woke, whatever, this doesn't work as a live action. It just doesn't. This doesn't work. This was made for animation. It was made for anime. It's not a live action property, and it just looks so. It's such a terrible translation that I almost understand the bullshit. I almost understand why you make it woke and you attack the fans, because you gotta somehow sell this fucking thing, and you're better off trying to sell it like, oh, let's just go with the agenda shit, because it's so terrible. Like it's such a terrible thing that the agenda is the only way you could sell it. Literally.
Anime fans are unforgiving when it comes to bad adaptations.
Yeah, they are.
They hate
because they get, because a lot of this shit shouldn't even be adapted.
That's true.
Just shouldn't.
It's true.
You can do things in animation you can't do in live action, and vice versa. And there's certain stories and certain different storytelling tropes that are very essential to an anime that work only in animation. Hell, a lot of character designs only really work in animation. And so I'm just like looking, and it's just like, this looks god awful.
Like I would, as a fan of content, like I would want it to be good, but I'm glad it's not, because of how much they went after the fans and how shitty that actress was. And, there does just feel to be like an angry wokeness behind it. So I'm glad it's failing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there definitely is.
So I haven't heard shit about it. Like I've heard no one talking about it. I don't see it on Twitter. I don't see it on 9gag. I think it just, it's gone. It just came.
You don't even see hate on it. I just saw a few screenshots. I'm like, oh boy, this doesn't look like, this just doesn't fit. Just, it was like watching a fat bitch in a size 0 bikini. It just didn't fit.
Well, it's just like, how much energy do we really all have to get upset about this stuff?
Yeah. I mean, apathy sets in. We're only human, man. And apathy is set in for even to me complaining about this woke stuff. I don't really care anymore. There's a lot of good material that I haven't seen. That's almost a part of my gimmick, is I haven't seen so much. And there's just a lot of good stuff to find and discover, and a good stuff that has already happened. We're wrapping up. I guess we only got like 20 minutes or so. And there's a lot of fucking IP I'm thankful that exists, and it has existed. And I'd rather focus on that than whatever Hollywood has to offer. It's terrible. And Man of War, Twitter is not for 14-year-old girls. Oh no, Twitter is for 34-year-old women, 34-year-old trans women. That is
14s they're on TikTok. All the kids are on TikTok.
Yeah,
there's probably some new app we don't even know about.
Yeah, probably. But Twitter was never a young person's app. It was always like,
I think when it was new, it was.
I still don't. I think Twitter was always like the news, the like. It just felt
Actually,
a
you're
little
right,
older.
man.
It always
first
aimed a
time-
little older.
First time I ever heard about it, I was still living in New York City, so this was a while ago, and I got a haircut, and I was looking at, I think CNN was on the TV, and it was like, underneath it were tweets from like people just commenting, and I was like, what the hell is a tweet? Like, I didn't know what that was. That was the first I'd ever heard of Twitter.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever heard it was in conjunction with the mass media.
Me too. Like Facebook, I heard organically. That people, genuinely young people, I think were on. But Twitter always felt inorganic in general, and it always felt like it was of the media, of the news. It was something to find news, something for people to like act like they were intellectual and come off like crazy. It was something like it just never felt like the mainstream platform of social media. It was like either
it was
Facebook
cool for a
or
while,
Instagram.
like before I became blackpilled on celebrity, like it was cool to see like Seth Rogen's like tweets. You know what I mean? It was just interesting to like you follow these people that you like. You follow comics, you know, and like you can interact with them. Like it was when it was novel. It was a pretty cool. It was pretty interesting. I used to interact with the Opie and Anthony guys every once in a while, like say funny shit, you know, hopefully get like a retweet or a like or some shit like that. You know, so at the time it was novel, but then it really just became a sounding board for, you know, like a one-sided agenda and just like famous people and like people who want to be famous who just say the right thing.
Yeah. Well, my argument is that like it never was the thing. Like Instagram to me, like once Instagram came out, that became the thing, and then like Snapchat for a while is the thing. Now TikTok is the thing, but like Twitter never had a spot where it was the thing. It was like went from Facebook to Instagram to TikTok. Probably some other ones I mentioned. I'm old. I'm a boomer. I'm not a boomer. I'm technically a millennial, but I got a boomer mindset. But it's just like no one ever really liked. I just never heard anyone in the wild, except when I got into tech. That was the first time I heard anyone in the wild mention having a Twitter. Everyone had an Instagram. Everyone had a Snapchat. Everyone had whatever. I remember people had MySpaces, but I never remember like, oh yeah, check me out, follow me on Twitter. Like,
well,
not in
it's
the
not
wild.
about your social circle, really.
Yeah, it really
was more
isn't.
about interacting with the world at large, or celebrity, or news.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was about. But like I never. Well, wait a minute. Cosmic Fusion says, I'm going to get destroyed trying to defend the Postman on Friday. That was a terrible hill to die on in retrospect. All right, let's make sure we crush him. Everybody watch it and murder him for it.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. When you. Oh, sorry. Just when you say about.
Isn't the girl's trying to get likes talking about she posts pics of her feet? I'm not sure what's going on there.
What? Oh, okay. You post pics of your feet?
There you go. Follow Islington Girl if you're into that sort of thing.
If you're into feet.
There you go.
I guess so. But I was gonna say, like, when it comes to Twitter or whatever, like, yeah, I never really like. You're right. When you out in the wild, I never heard anyone talk about it ever. It's like almost like a private thing you did publicly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't think. Because it's not really a social media platform that you fucking like. It's not really representative of anything. Like
no,
it's just random blurbs.
And
like
there's no social circle to it where it's like even on I guess Twitter now though, like our social circle, like you know Nick and you and I and Gary and shit like that. Like I pay attention to that kind of thing, but oh, Man of War tipped me. Man of War 665. Hell, he tipped me $6.65. Here's my first super chatter ever. So thank you. And he says, hold on. He says, old, ha 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 ha. Let's pick this up again. When you two stop shitting yella. Stop shitting yella. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, thank you, my good man.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy!
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much for the super chat. And happy Thanksgiving to you, my good man. Send my love to your wife. She's a wonderful lady. Got to hang out with her. I think she's from my neck of the woods, too. I think she's from New Jersey. So happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, my good friend. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys, by the way.
Are you cooking Vig for Thanksgiving? Yeah.
Nah. I'm just happy to not work. I'll be sleeping through Thanksgiving, honestly.
Oh, yeah?
Just be sleeping.
Can watch Arcane.
Yeah. You know what? I might catch up on Arcane.
Are you off Friday?
Tomorrow. I'm not off Friday because there's demons.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks. I was hoping you could stop by early on the cocktail lounge.
Yeah, I want to stop by early, but now I'm kind of like one of the late crew now.
That sucks.
Of the fucking job.
That is too damn bad.
Yeah. What about you? What are you doing? Do anything special for Thanksgiving?
Yep, I'm working.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you did tell me that. Working.
Yep.
It's your first Thanksgiving in Austin, right?
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm so used to work. I've worked every Thanksgiving for like the past 10 years. I'm very used to it. I didn't expect to do it this year, though. I thought they'd be closed for it, but they're not. They're doing like a special, Thanksgiving away from home kind of dinner thing. So I was like, oh, fuck. All right. And I'm like the new guy, so I got to work it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have any family here either, so it's not like a huge sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like Jake D invited me to go to Thanksgiving with him, and I wish I could.
Nice.
But I can't because I got to work. So, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? I have off Friday, so that's something.
There you go. There
you know, it is what it is. Yeah.
What do you get? And I saw Kai MFS is in the building. Cosmic Fusion is promoting Kai MFS. Hail Kai.
Yeah, he says you got to watch Arcane. All right.
Yeah. I want to check it out. I heard nothing but positive stuff.
That's literally all I've heard has been just overwhelming positivity about this show. So I'll check it out too. Why not?
Netflix is good at animation, man.
And that's a good point. You know what makes a great holiday gift? A new book by a talented author. Check out Space Crime Domino by Kai MFS. Hail.
Yeah.
That's a good call. Yeah, Kai wrote a book.
Yeah. So
buy it.
Yes, please buy it. If you are tired, if you're just as tired of fucking garbage entertainment, you have to buy good entertainment when it exists. Have to support newer creators when they show up.
Independent creators too.
Independent creators. There's no other way, because all we're going to get is fucking people pissing on each other and woke garbage from mainstream entertainment. I don't think that band was mainstream.
No, I find it kind of. I mean, at least that's like exciting and different.
Hey, you know what? It's true rock and roll shit.
It's very rock and roll.
Yeah,
kind of gross, but rock and roll.
Incredibly gross. I can't imagine the put a mask on left can be happy with someone getting their face pissed on.
Well, rules for thee and not for me. It doesn't matter. They do whatever they want. I mean,
and that's not going to stop the spread. That's going to cause the spread of like older disease that we got rid of.
I just can't. I can't with it. See, I was about to just sound off, and I'm like, I don't even have it in me to get upset about it. I don't even care.
Oh man,
whatever, dude. Whatever. Well, I hope everybody has a really fun Thanksgiving holiday. Don't argue too much about politics.
Yeah. You know what? That's the go home tip of the day. There's no reason to argue about politics, because even if you think your side's right, your side's more than likely useless. Because your side's usually either terribly wrong or useless at best, because both sides honestly suck.
And look, the thing is, not even that. There's no reason to argue with like your loved ones over this bullshit, because the whole point is to divide us. So if you end up being more like divided and separate from your family because of the fucking psyop that's designed, they fucking win.
Yeah. So feel free, if somebody's having a conversation, if you're a big Trump guy and you hear some anti-Trump shit, just let it go. Enjoy the fact that you're spending time with your family. Pass the fucking whatever you guys eat. I'm not sure. I know pumpkin pie still blows my mind. I'm so used to sweet potato pie. Pumpkin just feels like a lie. But whatever.
Pumpkin pie. I'm a big pumpkin pie.
Whatever you people enjoy.
Whoa.
Hey
now.
Whatever you people like to season your food with. I know that's not what you people are into, but it's okay.
I am sick of that fucking narrative that white people don't season their fucking food. That's some bullshit. I season the shit out of my food. I'm a good cook. Racists.
Yeah, I don't know why I just ended it with some good old fashioned racism towards white people.
Yeah. I wonder where that one comes from. I'm just like, because I've heard that, like, white people, and like, is that just something that becomes like popular to say, or is there some like basis in it?
I think it just comes from like the very first group of black people that had white friends, and they would go over to their friends' mom's house and like, whoa, this food is different. And they just say, oh, it can't cook. Because like,
I've definitely had some white people cook me terrible food. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's like a universal trait of being a good cook, but like, it's like, I just feel like that's just something that people say. I don't think like they have enough evidence to prove it.
I mean, there's been some white people that can and cook, and some black people that can cook, and some white people that can't cook, and some black people that can't cook. I just think you either can cook or you can't. I know I can't cook, so I can't talk any shit. I can't talk any shit at all. I can't cook fucking toast. I mean, no, I can't.
How do you eat? Toast. Do you just eat takeout all the time?
Basically, so I'm like
Damn.
a trillion pounds,
For real?
like just frozen shit, microwavable shit.
Oh man,
it's basically easy to heat. Like I can't really cook.
Well, I'm like working on starting a food and drink channel. That's going to be just called Foulball Food and Drink. And it's just going to be like no woke stuff, no politics, just like, good beer, good wine, good food.
That'd be smooth.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do it, because it's like I can't just sit in front of a screen and talk. That's not entertainment. So I have to like actually physically make videos where I'm at somewhere or I'm cooking something or I'm trying a beer, some kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm still working on it, but maybe in the future that would be interesting. I teach you how to cook.
There you go.
That'd be a fun video.
That would be fun.
Teach Vigilante how to pan-see or something.
Yeah, I can't. I'll burn the damn house down.
Oh, that's great. That's perfect. Right on.
Yeah.
Well, everybody who was watching, thank you so much. Daniela, we have to talk content strategy for this new channel. Love it. Would love to sit down with you and talk about this, Daniela.
Bro, I need content strategy for my main channel because I have no content strategy right now.
I think Daniela should start like consulting YouTubers and like charging, making that like your little side business.
Yeah, there's probably some money in it because yeah, she said she does the SEO stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or has
I don't
done
know
it.
What that is. What's SEO? I don't know. What
search engine optimization. It helps you. Yeah. More searchable.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we will definitely talk about that, Daniela. And Daniela is going to be on the MF for Cocktail Lounge this Friday evening, 9:30 Central. We're going to humiliate me. Be there. My friend Lindsay is going to make a triumphant return to the channel. Should be a lot of fun. But everyone who's hanging out watching, thank you so much. Daniela, Sherry, Cosmic Fusion, Pat S, Rough Girl, Keely Chow, Jake Diesel, Man of War 665, Neighbor of the Beast, Keely Chow, Kai MFS. Did I miss anybody?
Islington
Man
Girl.
of War, Islington Girl, hail. Just another red shirt. Robot Sean, he had to leave, but thank you, Robot Sean.
Yeah.
Thank you all. And thank you all for your super chats. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
Here's to a great week. Come on. Yes, absolutely.
That's for all you lovely people.
Yeah.
I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Vigilante, anything else?
Just you know what? I'm thankful for all you guys. Thank you all for joining us, not just this week, every week. Not sure. Yeah, did we forget Brian's Day? We don't never want to forget Brian's Day. He brightens up our day. Shout out to Brian's Day, Rough Girl, Killy Child, anyone else.
Sorry.
If we got you, blame our heads, not our hearts. We love you all.
We love you all.
So just thank you for being here. I'm trying to now scroll.
Absolutely. Make sure you sub to Vigilante Williamson.
Yeah, please sub so we can do
next
this
Wednesday,
all next week.
We're going to be on his channel next Wednesday. And if you want to listen back to this episode or any other Culture Crime Fighters episode, so interesting, so entertaining, you can check us out on Spotify, iTunes, or anywhere podcasts are found, because this is an actual podcast. So, check us out there. And thank you guys so much for watching.
And real quick, because now I'm just thinking of names. I actually scrolled up. Low Spec Linux Laptop, thank you. APM, thank you, because you actually
Hail APM, super
and
chat.
Zach,
Thank you.
I think that's everyone. And if I forgot you, please, blame my head, not my heart. Sherry,
thank you.
Sherry's here. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you all.
Right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. you.